Hey guys, welcome back to Play on Footy. Today we're going to be looking at the Essendon Bombers in their season preview in terms of where their list's at, where I think they'll finish. But yeah, if you like AFL content and you are looking for a new AFL channel to subscribe to, feel free to subscribe to the Play on Footy YouTube channel. We are doing a lot of predictions, previews, AFL fantasy chat, as well as some trade talks as well. So this is your one-stop shop for all AFL news and updates and just content, I suppose. So yeah, smash that like button and subscribe button, and let's get into the video. Essendon Bombers, for me, look, they're sort of a team that's neither here nor there. I think they've got an interesting mix in terms of a list sort of set up compared to some previous teams that I've covered already. But yeah, look, Bombers for me have a lot to be desired. I think there's a lot more work that Brad Scott has to do. There's a couple of aging players already that needs to be probably moved on by the end of season 2025. I just think that there's not enough X factor in the Essendon Bombers sort of team to warrant some sort of revolutionary new game style, and I don't think Brad Scott's really up to it in terms of introducing something new or something exciting. So yeah, it's just interesting. It's a hard one to sort of articulate at this point in time. I really do hope the Essendon Bombers can be a little bit more inventive and a little bit more sort of daring off halfback. I think that would be great to see. But there are a couple of players that that I love to make note of, and one of those to begin with would have to be Elijah Titsis or Tatsis or Satsis. I don't even know how to explain that, but Sardis, is it Sardis? Elijah Sardis? Yeah, maybe that's Sardis. He's been training the house down. He's been, having some great sort of comments made to him by fellow teammates on him. I think he'd be definitely one to watch this season. I think he's definitely going to be the key for the Bombers to really sort of rise up throughout the ranks and really be pushing for, everyone wants to play finals. So, yeah, to potentially make a finals berth. Jai Caldwell last year was phenomenal. Him and Nick Martin were just absolute ball magnets alongside their captain, Zach Merritt. You just can't go wrong with those guys. And I think they'll definitely be ones that will that Brad Scott will be using to definitely move the magnets around and make sure that those two, or those three, I should say, have the ball in hand and dispose of it quite well. So definitely watch his space. Sam Draper's one that definitely needs to improve, especially with Goldstein probably not getting as much game time as he did last year just because of his age and all that sort of stuff. But look, we'll see what happens. Andrew McGrath and Darcy Parish definitely need a lift for the Bombers. They are they're leaders of the club. They definitely need a lead and really stamp their authority on the game. Kyle Langford had an okay season last year. I think he'll definitely be touted to go again this year. Dylan Shield, don't really know where Dylan Shield fits into this team, unfortunately. Now that they've got Isaac Kako, who can probably swing into the midfield as well as the forward line. Yeah, I just don't know where Dylan Shield fits in this team, unfortunately. He may be used at halfback, but I can't be too confident on that. Jade Gresham, again, he had an okay season coming from St Kilda, but he's definitely not going to be, one to hold your breath on, unfortunately. Will Setterfield is definitely going to be a player that could potentially, really help and aid Caldwell coming into season 2025. And Nick Cox, I can't really say anything positive about this guy. He had a pretty flailing year last year. He's got a lot to pick up on and to really prove his case that he deserves to be in the side, in my opinion. Jordan Ridley is injured. So, again, he had an interrupted season last year. He did hit the AFL fantasy scoreboard pretty well at some points throughout the year last year, but overall pretty injury interrupted, unfortunately. Jaden Laverde is definitely one to watch. He's just one of those backs for Essendon that's reliable, and you can depend on him to hold down big key forwards. Big key forward opposition players. So, yeah, definitely watch Jaden Laverde. Archie Perkins, yeah, can't go wrong. He's definitely going to be stepping up this year, but he had a great season last year, in my opinion. Todd Goldstein's definitely going to get limited game time just because of, his age, unfortunately. Great player. He's done great things in the AFL from North Melbourne now to Essendon Bombers, but I just don't think he's going to get as much game time, unfortunately. Peter Wright, 2 metre Peter, can't go wrong. He's definitely going to be in that forward line, and And, one of the big things for him last year was that 4-week suspension when he played against Sydney, with that sort of high hit on Lloyd, I think it was. I can't remember exactly who it was, or Robbie Fox. It could have been Robbie Fox, actually. But yeah, we'll definitely be looking forward to see Peter Wright smash it this season, 2025. Archie Roberts is going to be playing down back, so definitely watch him. I think he's around 700k on AFL Fantasy. A lot of people, because of Essendon's early buy, probably aren't going to jump on him, but he's definitely one to watch in this season. I'm definitely going to be watching him very, very closely. Sam Durham, he's definitely one of the up-and-coming great players of Essendon Football Club. Definitely watch him this season for sure. Harrison Jones, key forward, he played pretty well last year, and I think he's being highly touted as one of the players that have been training the house down currently. So definitely watch him going into season 2025. Nick Bryan will definitely, or Nick Bryan, I should say, should definitely be backing up Draper if Goldstein's out for a lengthy period. So definitely watch this space. If not, 2 metre Peter can probably go in the ruck as well. So that's a good point to have him as well in the side. Jackson Pryor is another one of those guys who can go back and help out Laverde, as well as Redmond, who runs off half-back primarily and definitely can be damaging forward if Brad Scott sees so fit. So yeah, we'll definitely watch that space. Xavier Dersma he played pretty well last year, so he wouldn't be one to be slept on. Jai Menzie, don't really know too much about him. Nate Caddy, I should say. He's being highly touted this year to be one of the big improvers for the Essendon Bombers, and he'll be up there with 2 metre Peter on the forward line. So definitely watch him. He's a bit more of a Logan Morris type operator from Brisbane Lions. So definitely watch him and see how well he goes. Ben Mackay down back. He had an okay season coming over from North Melbourne on big money. So definitely watch his space on him. Zach Reed's an up-and-coming defender, so definitely watch him coming into season 2025. Davey Jr. sort of found it hard to break into the side, unfortunately. And Matt Guelphy, I think he's injured at the moment, unfortunately, for the Bombers, so definitely watch this space on him. Nick Martin, wow, what a great game, or great sort of player he is for the game. Nick Martin, he's, he always had the ball in hand at the Essendon Bombers. He nearly won the Anzac Day game against Collingwood, and unfortunately Langford just couldn't convert in front of goals. But Nick Martin is just one of those guys where, he's super reliable, just such a good player, and I just cannot believe Eagles missed him from picking him up. I think it was a Subiaco product in the Waffle here in Western Australia, and Eagles just did not pick him up, and absolutely bewildered by why they didn't. But Nick Martin is a great player for the Essendon Bombers for sure. Dante Vicentini's brother, and he's a big tall guy that could potentially come in if 2 metre Peter is unable to hit the park. And Saad El Hawley, definitely a player that is one to watch this season. I think he's a part of Basher Hooley's academy as well, so he's come from good stock over there and been trained up. So definitely watch him and see how well he goes this season. I think he's definitely going to be one to watch. Overall, what do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like and subscribe. What do you think of the Essendon squad? Is it going to be exciting for Essendon Bombers? I don't think they're going to be that exciting this season. I've got them placed, guess what, 15th. I just don't think they're going to be really up there, in my opinion. I'd love to be humbled. I'd love to be proven wrong. I just don't think that they have the formula to really get much going on their side. But what do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like and subscribe. I could be totally wrong. Who's your favourite Essendon Bombers player? Who's an up-and-coming Essendon Bombers player that you've got down there? But yeah, let me know on in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.